Hello, everyone. This is David Lee with Philosospiel Video Game Philosophy. And yes, I promised that there was going to be an A.B.A special, and I was able to secure the one, the only BrizzyVoices, also known as her actual name, Anna Brisbin.
Oh, hi.
Again, it's wonderful. Thank you for joining on. I know you did one with Chris Mayak, and obviously you are responding to the fans with that awesome Guilty Gear Strive voice video that came out today. Wonderful job.
Yeah.
Jacko was honestly the Jacko was pretty good, and the Bikin was really good. Honestly it was.
Thank you. Yeah, I was surprised the Bikin turned. I'm usually not good with like a rasp that sounds natural, so was pleased with that.
it was really. I mean, guys, we'll get right to it. So, when I saw you were cast as A.B.A, I was like, I saw you do your Harley. I mean, I know you've done Harley Quinn impressions in the past.
Yeah.
So I was like, this makes perfect sense. I knew even though like the last character was very straight. Well, Viola's not straight. She's a goofball, but like Viola's one thing, and then you get to A.B.A, which is bad shit insane. So how?
Yeah, absolutely. A little change in the brain between the two.
Yeah. So how did you get to embodying the role?
Like getting into character,
no, not getting into
getting the job.
You had it. You got an audition. It isn't always that you just got an audition and it worked out. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says. Unless there's anything special with you. If there's anything special, tell us.
But I'm sure that is literally it. Got the audition. It wasn't one of. Usually it's video games. It's like you don't even know what it is. Blah blah blah. This one, it was like, it is Guilty Gear. It is A.B.A. Here's the original Japanese voice. Here's the actress who is now going to be playing her in Japanese, just for reference. And I did 2 takes, one that was inspired by original A.B.A.'s voice and one that was inspired by new A.B.A.'s voice. And yeah.
Which one do you think? It kind of sounds. I haven't heard new Japanese A.B.A. I've heard only a little bit of. Was it more inspired by the original, or was it inspired by the new one?
It sounds a lot like mine, in my opinion, because every line that I did, they played the original Japanese for me, and the tone and everything was inspired by her. So it's very much closer to that than like the old zombie voice thing that she had.
Yeah. Yes, okay, but I guess more how you get into the mindset of the character, because I love playing.
Yeah.
I love playing insane characters too. Like I just got cast in a much more small time video game, but love the character I'm playing. How do you get into what is your philosophy towards like unhinged characters?
Sorry, one sec. My headphones are dying. Great timing.
Everyone's having technical issues. Yay!
Yeah. Switch out the battery real quick. Okay.
Yeah, what is your philosophy for unhinged, for like getting into an unhinged character, and specifically A.B.A? Like, because she's not Harley Quinn, she's depressed.
Yeah.
I mean, as the song says, she's depressed. Would you say there's a tone of sadness?
She's depressed and sheltered, and at least I think Harley is at least not sheltered. She's very much been a part of the world and putting herself out there from the beginning, really. But A.B.A, lived alone for 10 years and spent a long time trying to figure out how to escape from this lab, and didn't really interact with anyone until she found this demon axe that she fell in love with. So it's a very different situation. Getting into her character, I think it was just a very bodied thing. I didn't think too much about it. I didn't really know her whole backstory before I did it. I just knew very basics, and that she was very possessive over her key husband, and that was kind of it. And I knew she was from a lab and homunculus and whatnot. But I didn't know the extremity of her shelteredness. But I very much put it into my body of it's a very tense, rumbling thing. Most of the time. I think because she is kind of trying to hold it in a lot of the time, and she is so insecure about everything, but she wants to get her point across, that she wants to say these things, but she kind of has to force herself to let the words come out. But if they're important and it's to protect Paracelsus, she's gonna say it. So yeah, I feel like it was a very body intensity thing, is my guess.
It's obviously very important in acting to even voice acting to, as I've been taught, to be very embodied. And I feel like I lose that a lot of the time but like it helps a lot when you are able to feel it in your body. But I feel like it's definitely for something like for ABBA, it's a lot more too extreme. And that, it comes out in the recordings that it's like it's like constantly shaking in her voice, and it works.
Yeah.
I guess I do have one. Is that maybe also why, like in her victory, when she gives, like, she's laughing insanely, you don't go too far with it. Like you don't go. You go like. It's more like. Was that part of the reason?
Once she's won, it's not about the rest of the world. It's about Paracelsus. So like, as long as she's just as long as the other person can hear like, haha, like, you thought you had something there. Nope, he's for me. Good luck next time. But it's all more about Paracelsus. So as long as she's just
that's
happy and with him.
Like,
yeah, it's just we're okay.
Yes. All right. Well, actually, I should probably. Now I think we're good to go to the song. Actually, no. We should ask. I should ask about, because I asked Sean when I had him on about, again, the relationship with the fighting game community. You are very new to fighting games, right?
Yes, much so. Like, I basically just button smash as Kirby in Smash Bros. Like, I really only have any Smash Bros experience, and even that is very noob.
So how has it been? I've been up. I think I've been to. You've had 2 streams so far, or 3? How many streams?
2 or 3? I can't remember. 2 or 3.
I've been to 2 of them. So it was interesting seeing you learn the character. And the moment when you read Abba's backstory and I was there for that. When you read Abba's backstory and her character voice.
Yeah, no, I would be so lost without chat. Chat has saved me with like giving me baby steps how to freaking do a combo. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, recommending the most baby of combos for me to get started with, stuff like that. Teaching me how to block, like, just the most basic of things. Yeah, chat has helped me a whole lot. I appreciate their patience so much.
It's been fun. So how has it been sort of this has been probably one of the most requested characters out there to be brought back since the PlayStation 2 games. So I feel like how is it? I've seen you on Twitter being like, "Oh my god, how much this? I didn't realize I'd be loved this much." So is that the general response? You're just like surprised, or were you?
Yeah, I did not realize how requested she was, or even how big Guilty Gear was when I did this job, which is probably for the best.
It's always for the best. It's always for the best.
Yeah. But when they teased her silhouette and people started freaking out about ABBA, that's when I was like, oh no, this is a big thing, I guess. Yeah, it's been crazy. But it's pretty freaking cool. I don't think I've ever had this much fan art of a character I've voiced before. And like, Viola is in Bayonetta 3 is my next biggest character for sure, but like, there's not really any merch for her. There's very little in the way of fan art. Like, this within 24 hours had like cosplay. And
yeah,
I was like,
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and she wasn't even out yet. It was her announcement, and then there was cosplay. Is crazy. Not used to that. But it's very cool.
And that's why I was so happy to. I was just like a big. Was even less about. Abba's fun to play. It's fun to play. She's great. But like, just seeing you, because I think the last 2 voice actors we got were. We have I think Delilah's VA, I think, is like was like the last more lesser known, but we've had Derek Steven, Michael Prince, Liam O'Brien, Cassandra Lee Morris, and now finally more of a newbie. So it's great to see new faces to this franchise, so again, just getting you more recognition. Not to say you don't have 2 million subscribers on YouTube, so that's also something.
No, yeah, but it's a very different world
yes.
from actual professional voiceover work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time. I think it's time for what everyone is probably excited for, which is not to say that I told them about it, but because I didn't. But yeah, I kept it a secret this time. Okay, come on, YouTube, go, come on, go. Okay, go. But yeah, so you looked at, we talked before, you looked at the lyrics, but did you ever listen to the song in full beforehand, outside of listening to it during training mode? Because I know you've been hearing it during training mode. Like, what did you listen to it in full before?
Yeah, when it was first, I was looking at Reddit when everything was coming out, and I saw a post that was like, the whole song's up, and people were like, it's blocked, and they're like, oh, it's just like region blocked. If you put your VPN to Australia, then it'll work. And I did that. I listened to it there pretty early on, and I was like, oh, it's so cool. Because like her trailer does not give any indication of the second half of the song, so it was very cool to hear that in its full. And really, in the game itself, you don't get much of the second half either. So it's very cool.
I mean, I think if you hold on, if you stay in training mode, you should be able to, the whole song should be able to play. But yeah, while you're playing matches, you're not gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You were playing it. If you didn't hear it, then you didn't hear it.
I thought that it cuts.
It might. I don't know. Actually, I don't.
I think it cuts after like one line of I don't want to live in this world. I just want to make a difference. I don't think it repeats that. I think it says it once and then it cuts and switches to another part.
Well, we'll get to that lyric because I think that's we'll get to that lyric because I think we can all relate to it. So all right. But yeah, you've only briefly seen the lyrics before, like in total.
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
Yeah. I did not know what most of the words were until like 30 minutes ago.
Well, that's the great English of Naoki.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting and very eye-opening to actually know what the words are. I'm very bad at like spatial, like isolating audio, so understanding lyrics and words when there's a bunch of other stuff going on is very difficult for me. I always watch TV with captions, yeah.
It's not just you though at all. It's most people can't understand the English from coming out of this guy's mouth. Even
I mean, there is a lot of rock star sort of dialect put onto it that is hard to parse sometimes.
But you haven't heard the soundtrack before outside, and I know you had the music playing while you were doing the video. So what is your, like, from what you've heard of the rest of the soundtrack, what is your impression of it overall?
Oh, cool. I mean, most of it is very rock, right? But then you have like Bridget or something that feels very different.
It's like Disney.
Fun.
To me, it's just like the Disney Channel song.
Yeah.
It's just the Disney. And then Jacko's theme is free. I argued it's basically a musical number. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's like right out of Legally Blonde, in my opinion, just with a little bit more.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But like the rest is like, no, I mean, it's all like references to like classic rock. I mean, I still think the song's like this song is like there's too many Bohemian Rhapsodies in this game, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
This is Bohemian. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I was never born. I mean, the song doesn't say I wish I wasn't born at all, but I mean, you could sort of get that out there.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Let's get going.
Okay.
Wisdom, patience, empathy, kindness, serenity, clarity. Break out, turn the key to a world of talk. Life is a maze where the wind whirs. Blah, 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 blah. Sick and tired, normal, no big deal. I'm just quirky note in the symphony.
All right. What I guess I'm making a video on this where I break down all the philosophy. I need the ABBA perspective. What's the ABBA perspective on this?
Okay, great. I mean, not in character ABBA perspective, but I'm so obsessed as a freaking nerd, as a theater kid. Like, you know, this is everything. I'm not weird in her way, but like I'm weird in my own way, and we're all weird in our own way. I'm sure everyone's been called weird and out of place and not normal. And it's sick. Like when I graduated 8th grade, everyone was given like 4 adjectives by the teachers, and one of mine was delightfully quirky.
Oh, so
now...
you are the quirky note. This song describes you perfectly. You are the quirky note.
Yeah. So, I mean, now quirky is used as like a kind of insult, like, oh, look at you, so quirky, but like, it's cool. It's it's fun. Normal or not, no big deal. I also like had a nerd podcast for a long time, and one of the biggest responses we got to that and to my YouTube channel, just being about like fandom and nerd stuff, is like, you make us like feel cool to be like fine to be nerds, to be ourselves, to not like fit in with the normal. Like you make us feel like that's comfortable with being ourselves and not being the norm. So it's like this, and it's very cool.
I guess I'm wondering about the first couple of words at the beginning. Like, what do you feel like any of those words? I think those words are not meant to describe ABBA, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think there are things that that she aspires to in some way, but she's not going to like sacrifice herself for. Would be my guess. Yeah. Is like, she's like, hey, I recognize that these are good and valuable things to have, and I'm gonna hear you out about them, but like I have my values too.
My values are being creepy. Which but that's the point, and we'll get to the big lyric, and my thing, a point around stuff that.
Change your view, change the meaning. It's worthwhile. Bothersome. At time is kindness. Depressing. Those are voices by.
Well, yeah, there we go. I mean, there's the bigger link, but like. I mean, I think it's basically saying, like, oh, you think ABBA is mentally unwell? Maybe. Yes, probably. But also...
At least she's herself.
At least she's herself!
She's honest.
Not like the fakers. She's not a faker.
Yeah. You know, creepiness, being kind of annoying, that's valuable too.
Yes. All right. Best whip.
Security.
Yeah, people that was originally like people thought that was the original. So there was
insecurity.
Like, insecurity. If I was insecurity,
right?
It's integrity. Yeah,
I cannot believe it's integrity.
Yay, Japanese people trying to speak English. Integrity. But I mean, hey, we're getting maybe a little closer. Do any of these fit ABBA? Do any of these words fit ABBA or still no?
I think she's got courage. She's got. I mean, we're not there yet. We're not there yet, but she's got purpose.
She has purpose.
Integrity is subjective. Uh-huh. Can we talk about life is a maze woven with words?
Yes.
For a sec?
Yeah, tell me what you think. I have my
and
own,
the blah 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 blah.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, today is my first time seeing those words, but it's very interesting. And my only assumption is it means like people are confusing and they say all this stuff to me that doesn't make sense, and I feel like I had to get out of this lab first, and now I'm in this whole other maze of like people saying stuff that doesn't make sense. And just all this blah 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 blah, and it's just like, no, what do you mean? So I don't know. It's very interesting. She turns the key to a world. She finds her key out and goes out into the world, and it's completely unfamiliar, and people are just saying all these words, and she probably didn't. I don't know how much English she knew before she left, so it's English or whatever language.
Yeah, it's amazing that she can even speak at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you, after 10 years of solitary confinement, you should be able to, but this is a game, so. But
yeah.
Solitary.
I always thought it was bop, 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 bop. I didn't think there was any meaning to that. I thought it was just like skibbity boop bop. But it's blah, 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 which is so much better, so fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I'm starting to think. There's the big. I think we're almost there, so I'll get to an original assumption I have in mind, and I feel like it'll be an interesting talk. I
love the piano.
I found Jesus.
Yeah. Never thought about.
No, it's
an organ.
It's from her original theme. Well, had an organ in it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
There we go. There's the lyric.
Love is not just life, love.
Okay, fine, a little bit more. All right. So tell me, I'm not here. The big line that everyone can relate to. I'm not here to fit in this world. What do you feel about that? I mean, is it basically what you said before?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does make me curious. I just want to make a difference. A.B.A never struck me as somebody who wanted to like, I want to go out and make the world a better place. Like I never got that from her.
Yeah.
But maybe she just wants to make a difference to one person, and that's Paracelsus, you know? She wants to go out there and get him a body. She wants to help. She wants to be of service to the being that she cares most about in this world. And maybe I'm wrong and she has more of a greater world ambition to make things better and make a difference in some sort of bigger way than just Paracelsus, but I don't know.
I don't think she does.
But at least she accepts that she doesn't fit in. That's the most important thing. It's like that's not what's important.
You know what this to me sounds like the neuro. I mean, this song just first struck me as the the autism anthem.
Yeah.
The autism and ADHD anthem. I mean, there is something interesting. I mean, to say that A.B.A would be a tasteful autistic portrayal if she was at all. Yeah, that would not be correct.
No, not quite.
not quite. But hey, I guess it was more like what I mean. I guess dealing with like because you have like Harley. I mean, like about these characters, like their depictions of about what it means to be mentally unwell, and like I mean, for A.B.A, there still seems to be a lot of like again, we talked about like she's not I'm crazy. It's like it's very sincere. About it, like about the way she talks and the way she acts, even if it is halftime unhinged. It's truthful. I mean, as is was Harley Quinn, but like it's a very different kind of nothing manipulative, nothing, no smooth talking.
It's fully unfiltered and like half the time she's just talking to herself, like just muttering things out loud, not intending for people to be hearing or listening. Yeah, she's not thinking about what other people think of her in the slightest.
Yeah. And also, what about the vocal performance? Like, you as a musical both musical theater people, doesn't it feel interesting how it's like how he's singing it, and it sort of sounds like he's singing instrumentally, like he's sort of singing like an orchestra, or he's singing like in a Baroque fashion, but it's sort of like mocking the Baroque fashion.
Yeah, there is such a like a cadence, a whoop-de-whoop. I don't know music things, but
I don't know it either.
Yeah.
I don't know it either. But we're just singers.
You know the technical term of the whoop-de-doop. Yeah, no, it's cool. He sculpts the words. It's the words, the pronunciations. It goes with the whole meaning. We're not here to fit in and
we're just here to say integrity. We're here to say integrity.
Yeah. Integrity. If we're gonna talk about our integrity, we're gonna say it with integrity, and we're gonna be ourselves, okay?
Yeah. All right. Let's go. It's just beautiful because we're all different. Saying la la la.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love how it says, like, I'm not here to fit in this world, and it's played with a clip of ABBA, like, chewing on the key. uh, so, yeah, she's not. No one's trying to fit in here.
no one's trying to fit in. Okay. I have a. So how much do you know about? Because ABBA doesn't have too much going. I mean, I think there's characters that there's a lot going on with them. Too much. ABBA's not. ABBA's more on the simple side. Even it's still a very sad. It's a very sad story, but it's on the simple side. But it's also do you know what happens with ABBA in the previous games at all?
Not really.
All right. Well, I'm here to surprise. I'm here to surprise you.
Kind of something with Testament.
Something with
question mark.
I think she runs into Testament, but there's something else that happens. There's actually I will say I say I'm less new than you. I'm much less new to this series, but I still didn't know as much about like the earlier like the XX stuff. So with ABBA, both of her endings in Accent Core can't if either of them happened, ABBA wouldn't be the way she is right now. So they're both retcons.
Right.
One of them, one of the endings, Paracelsus dies. So that happens. And the other ending, ABBA actually successfully gets Paracelsus a body.
Yeah.
Would you like to? Would you be interested in seeing that would you be interested in seeing that and reacting to that cutscene right now?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
And maybe again, I said it would be great if Alejandro was here, but I can do my best for Paracelsus at the moment, and we can voice it together. Okay.
Okay.
Access story path, and we are ready to. She has agreed. I don't know what was the last recording, but she has agreed to do ABBA's ending that should end her character arc, but it's retconned. So, but here's a what if. Here's a what if situation now. All right, let's go. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Oops, I'm doing the zombie voice. Okay. I see this face and I hear, oh. Okay. This device should do it.
Okay, it goes for a little. I'll be fine, right? You're absolutely sure about this?
Probably. Here we go.
Ah! Okay. That's you.
Dear, dinner is ready. Hmm?
That's still you.
I'll feed you. Say ah.
Ah! You.
Yummy.
It's yummy. That's you.
I'm glad. Make sure you eat up, okay?
You.
Yes?
When can I have these shackles removed?
But I get so worried that you might go somewhere without telling me.
But this is like being in prison!
Say ah. Eat a lot, okay, dear.
That's human Paracelsus.
Oh my god, I saw this and I thought it was fan art. Isn't
No.
that not fan art?
No, this is real. This is official.
Oh my god. I saw that on Twitter. I didn't think it was real.
It's real. So maybe we're actually happy that this isn't canon anymore.
Yeah, apparently. Shackles him.
She's full yonder. It goes full yandere. Yeah.
I mean, this explains the ending in Strive. I won't talk about it, but it explains it.
No, tell us. Tell us.
Oh.
You know, spoiler for Strive and wait, for arcade, of course. For the arcade, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I thought the arcade
okay.
ending was good. I mean, I honestly, after seeing both these endings, prefer the arcade. What happens in Strive?
Oh God, just so different. But it makes sense that they went with he's just gonna turn blue, not into a person. Because where do you go from there? Like with the game, like he can't just be a person, and you keep swinging him around. And if they want her in another one, they probably don't want to retcon again. But I wish he stayed blue. You know, that would make sense. But yeah, the relationship ends up on a much more healthy note in Strive.
Yeah. So what happens to the other ending is this weird mad scientist we haven't seen again called Crow switches Paracelsus to a robot Kai, and then the robot Kai's head gets destroyed, and she's just crying over this robot head because like Crow's like, oh, this is what will make him have a body.
Oh my God.
Die. It's crazy. So yeah.
I like to think, based on where the Strive story ends with her good ending or extreme ending, that if he does end up getting a body, she would not be at the point of shackling him. Considering she was willing to like let him go and like end things because it was not healthy, I feel like she's, at least in that timeline, much more prepared to live with him without shackles, but with legs.
Yeah. I'm like that. That was like, what is this? But yeah, I never actually. I just heard, oh, she got a body, yay! I didn't realize it was this sick and twisted.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right then. Okay. Now I have a question for every voice actor. That will be the end of the ABBA section. I have a question for every voice actor. How has voice acting impacted the rest of your life? Not about being famous, not about having 2 million subscribers, just like how you act day to day. I know it's an interesting question. This is where we get vaguely philosophical, without too much. Shouldn't burst your brain. If it bursts your brain, we don't need to go further. But you should be able to give some answers.
No, it's just I don't know. It affects how I play D&D. I play Dungeons and Dragons, both streamed games and private home games, and it affects how I build those characters and play those characters, whether I'm DMing or just playing. I think it just affects how I listen to things, how I listen to people. I hear voices and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting voice. Where in your person is that coming from? And is that? And I like want to see if I can do it myself, but then I like try to not do it with anyone hearing me. So those are most of the ways. And just playing video games, watching animation, and being like, cool, because I know all that goes into it. I think that's the most place that it affects my life, other than meeting people who are familiar with the work and such. But that's like the professional side of things, I guess.
I mean, do you feel like you value being playful? I mean, you are overtly.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So I would say
that's why I play video games all the time. Is why I play D&D all the time. Everyone when I was a kid was in such a rush to grow up, and I never understood that. Being a kid is the literal best. I wish I didn't have to pay taxes. I wish I didn't have to pay bills and have all these responsibilities. I just like playing games. So voiceover is just an opportunity to just play pretend. Dungeons and Dragons is just an opportunity to play pretend. I love it. I love playing games.
Did you ever have a chance to learn? I mean, I realize it's not Richard Horvitz who just teaches this, but have you had a chance to learn from Richard Horvitz?
Yeah, I did. I took his weekend workshop once. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know his philosophy.
Have fun.
Yes. Yeah. No, his great. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it's just voice acting is just play. You don't need to be so professional about. You don't need to be putting up tuxedo. I am an actor. No, it's like
the kid on the playground is not trying to do deep Stanislavski work to figure out how to be Spider-Man. Like they just are Spider-Man because they believe it.
And you say that was your philosophy, how you embodied both Viola and A.B.A? Would you say that's what you took to it?
Yeah, probably. If not subconsciously, that's definitely in there. I try to be very much, I am this character, not she, blah, 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 but I, blah, 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 which is very Richard Horvitz.
Yes.
Yeah, and just playing with it, having fun with it. My performances are 10 times better when I'm like, I'm just going to have fun with it and not overthink it. Because I was a theater major, and I think that while that can be very good, it can also like mess with you when you start to overthink things because of proper formal theater training.
Stanislavski!
Yeah. 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 And then you just need to remind yourself, like, hey, it's not that serious. Just have fun with it. It'll be way better.
Yeah. I guess
especially someone like A.B.A. You just need to have fun with it. Because she's a character you don't have to worry about going too far. So it's great.
Yeah, no, Richard always said never don't think am I doing too much, like he says. Don't do that. Then I guess right before we briefly get into Viola, I think we both have to go soon, but I'm wondering, since so we've got you to, so you've done the impressions of the other female characters in Guilty Gear Strive, so I was thinking since you are the master of impressions, to do your favorite. We know your favorite A.B.A line is your favorite A.B.A line in the most incorrect character possible. Are you allowed to, if you're even allowed to do that? If you're not, then if you're not allowed to
wait, not allowed to do the A.B.A line?
No, you could do. I'm saying, like, I don't know, doing like Harley Quinn or like Timmy Turner.
Oh, I don't see why not.
Exactly. Let's do it. Come on,
I just need to make sure I don't get the words wrong because it's so fast.
Or just say any A.B.A line, or just say.
But it's the best.
It's exactly do it. I mean, I'd still be interested in hearing the Harley Quinn voice, but obviously the better assignment is.
I know. I feel like Harley Quinn's just a little too similar. We need someone who's more totally different from A.B.A.
No.
Who's different? My Timmy Turner's not good enough. Ash Ketchum? My Ash Ketchum's kind of Viola-ish. Ash Ketchum, Pikachu! Okay.
How about as a Disney princess? You did the Disney princess sing along. Let's do a Disney princess.
Okay, sure. We'll do Snow White. I'll hunt you down and choke you. Oh, what are the words? Goodness gracious.
The line is somewhere.
Give me a second to write it down, because when I'm Snow White, it goes out. Hunt you down and choke you, curse you, crush you. You'll repent. You'll regret, repent. Repent. Cry, faint, beg for forgiveness. If I have it all written down. Okay.
And you're still recording?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Okay. All right. I'll hunt you down and choke you, curse you, crush you. You'll regret, repent, cry, faint, beg for forgiveness.
Yeah, that's BrizzyVoices! Woo! That was amazing.
Oh.
All right.
That's so fun.
If you want to do another, be my guest. If not, we can get to Viola.
Ooh. I'll do Viola saying it, why not? I'll hunt you down and choke you, curse you, crush you. You'll regret, repent, cry, faint, beg for forgiveness.
All right, that was good. I mean, that's very in character. I mean, that's still very in character.
Yeah. She's at least got the rage.
All right. So the part where I get to fan out about something that I don't think my audience cares about. Oh my god. So I mean, I remember seeing. I mean, again, I was first introduced to you through Viola, and it was just great to see when you were streaming. I don't know if I saw it live, but I saw like the first time you just got to play your characters it was so much joy to I can play as myself, and this game is now dedicated to me. It's to me now. It's me. I'm the character. How fulfilling is that? I mean, I'm sure it's extremely fulfilling.
It's crazy. I think it was chapter 5 in Bayonetta 3. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. Because when I'm recording it, I'm just I'm just, in scenes and stuff and doing some efforts for when you're playing as me, but it doesn't feel like I'm gonna be the character. Yeah, it's wild because you play as Bayonetta for 4 straight chapters, and then it's like, oh, Bayonetta's gone now. It's just me.
Out in the desert.
Or in China or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Oh my god. I mean, Viola's great, but the star of the show has to be Cheshire. He's amazing. Cheshire's best boy. He's best boy. He's best boy. Oh my god. I love him too much. I've yet to beat Bayonetta Origins. I have it, but I know you streamed it. Did you finish it?
So cute. Yeah, I love it so much. That was actually I did not expect to be as into that as I was.
Yeah. I mean, is that true that's is that Cheshire the treasure that Viola has? Is that
I don't think it's confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we know.
Okay.
But it only makes sense. It's gotta be.
But he was so different. He wasn't
so different. His abilities are so different. It's all very, very different. So I don't know. It could just be a total, different universe thing.
Viola is a fairy. I mean, Viola is a fairy, and that she's from, and that she got the sword from a fairy. So I think she is at least from, if not that universe, from a parallel universe that has fairies in it. I mean, do we?
Yeah, it's got a fairy Luca at least.
Yeah, it's got a fairy Luca, and there's the fairy Luca in. And okay, that's a spoiler. That's a spoiler. I mean, there's a Bayonetta 3 was not good at explaining itself, as is all Bayonetta. But let's get to you obviously found yourself cosplaying Bayonetta, obviously because you didn't want to go with the hair thing. But how were you familiar with the series before Viola? I guess obviously you were new to Guilty Gear, but were you new to Bayonetta?
Yeah. I mean, I knew of her. I didn't know anything about the gameplay or anything. I played when I got the role, I played an hour of Bayonetta 2 just as research and to know the vibe. But that's really it. I had seen her in Smash Bros and stuff, but pretty much was very unfamiliar. I'd seen my friend Pam had cosplayed her a lot and was in my mind she was Bayonetta. So yeah, that's all. My only familiarity really before that.
Yeah, but it was. I guess I'm wondering. I guess we don't need to play through Ghost, but I'm wondering: does Viola not know who she is? The lyrics of the song come off like Viola doesn't know or have her memories, but it kind of comes out pretty clear. Oh yeah, I'm your spoiler. I'm your daughter. It's does she know that from the start, or does it just come to her at some point and she just remembers in a weird way, but it just happens?
She knows.
Oh, she does.
I think she always knows. I don't know. I think maybe the lyrics aren't as literal in Bayonetta as Guilty Gear. Was my only guess. They just go for vibes. I feel and maybe the chorus. The chorus is what I don't want to be a ghost. I don't want to be a little secret.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
It's like, yeah, she's just like, I want to matter. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the song slaps, so it's all that matters.
Yeah.
The song again, it's great.
It's kind of a similar, like, hey, I want to make a difference.
I want to make a difference, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just. But I guess what comes. I guess honestly, again, there's not too much to. Viola. She's just a good time, and I guess the one thing is her development. Is there something a little iffy about, not iffy, but like how about her what arc she goes on throughout the story?
Yeah.
I remember something like it was a little unsatisfying, and not my opinion.
I mean, she still has a far way to go, I think,
yeah,
is the thing. Yeah.
She has a far way to go. Yeah, she's not. It's like you would think that she'd be a mature person by the end, but like then there's the part with her breaking the things at the in the bar, and it's like, oh well, this is who we have next. Well, I mean, I love her. I'm sure many people love her, but slightly.
I mean, I think she does have the arc of trust me with this, treat me like an adult, trust me, let me do this, blah blah blah, and then it's like, okay, do it, and she's like, what, by myself? And then by the end she's like, okay, I'm doing this by myself, and she's like, all right, but she still got a long way to go as far as growing into her abilities and being more graceful like a mother, yeah, and just maturing in general. But she at least went from a place of like very desperate to prove herself, but also scared when given that opportunity, to like able, confident enough to do it.
I guess then the last thing is how many years? I mean, I know Chris asked you like how you got into SAG, but what was the arc? Because you're not the first YouTuber turned voice actor. I mean, obviously for you it makes sense, like, as opposed to like there's Alejandro Saab, who was doing like Twitch streaming, and then he became a big voice actor, and then but like Brock Stubbs, I don't know if, I mean, he's obviously I guess you could say the male. I'm sure there's other impressionists, but like you're like the two big ones.
Brock and Brian Hull were very much like coming up at the same time as me on YouTube, doing the same kind of content. Yeah.
So I guess.
And then now Shelby Young is the other one, but she like more started with voiceover and then turned into voice impressions and stuff on social media.
Yeah. So I guess but how was the arc for I guess you? I mean, obviously you were always playful, always a goofball, but when did you, I guess, decide to like at least make the channel and then transition to VO? I do, if I'm correct, you are the niece of Grey Delisle. Is that correct?
The internet likes to think that.
It's not true.
No.
That's what
And Gray's gonna be. Hopefully, Gray doesn't see this. She likes to.
Because she endorsed endorsed that. She endorsed that.
Yeah. And I sent her a screenshot of the like part of IMDb that says that, and she's like, I'm never going to correct them. No, I met her like in my 20s after YouTube. I started YouTube. So it's just a fun thing that we go along with. I don't have any family in the entertainment industry. I wish, if she was my actual aunt, that would have come with some serious perks. But no, she's been a great like semi-mentor to me and very welcoming and helpful when I moved to LA wanting to do this. Yeah, but it just started with wanting to be an on-camera actor, and then at school discovering voiceover and being like, this is cool. So I started the YouTube channel literally to be like a portfolio because I had no voiceover experience, and I saw all these like fan dubs and abridged series and stuff. So I was like, if I just upload videos of me doing impressions of all these characters, then I can be like, okay, you're doing a Pokemon abridged series. Here is me attempting all the Pokemon. Like, let me know what you want. Was kind of the whole idea behind that. And
I guess I do wonder, because I know it does come with. Because I mean, I do impressions too. Not to obviously these. I've done fan works. I guess I won't say what they are, even though they are literally okay. Yes, the Philosospiel podcast. Actually, I will say that the Philosospiel podcast did originally have comedy skits in audio form. So we did. So I kind of abandoned that. And then it really got going where I actually cared more about the actual philosophy and not just cranking out philosophy skits. I mean, you skits, but
philosophy skits.
No, I misspoke. They were not that philosophical. They were just funny. But it was just funny. Okay, there was I was able to get this. I could say Bonnie Vogovich is probably my first friend in VA. Is Bonnie Vogovich. She's great, and she actually did this small game called Death and Taxes, and she did I was actually had the approval of the devs to do a skit where she basically narrates my playthroughs of the game. I mean, like, talks about how I ended each of the playthroughs. It's not that funny, but it was just cool that it happened. And then outside of that, doesn't voiceover gatekeep a little bit against people who do impressions, or is it more like fan clubs?
I've heard Sungwon Cho talk about this, how he knows for a fact that he's either missed out on jobs or almost missed out on a job because they found out he was a YouTuber. And I think there's such a stigma behind being a YouTuber or an influencer where it's just like, yikes, like they're not the real deal. They're just like people messing around on the internet. But it's like, no, we get training. Like we've been doing this for a decade or more. Yeah, I don't know, because it's hard to say, because when I audition for things, I don't hear back unless I got it or I got a call back. So if anyone ever did not want to hire me because I am a YouTuber, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know, but I have found it really difficult to break into animation for sure. But past couple years, like basically starting with like Bayonetta and God of War, I felt like more momentum pick up with video games, but still trying to break into animation. It's hard. It's a very tight-knit, tiny industry that they've got a lot of talent and they've got a lot of people to choose from. So like, still trying.
Yeah, even though I guess it shows like you got 2 million subscribers on YouTube, but hey, that kind of, you're a big deal in one place, but as a voice actor, you're kind of still a fledgling. So again,
and maybe if I were doing on camera, that would make more of a difference. Currently in voiceover, unless you're like Liza Koshy going on an Angry Birds movie or something, like your follower count does not have a huge impact yet as far as voiceover goes. Unless you have like over 10 million subs maybe, and it's like a feature film that is just looking for bit parts, maybe then it's just going to get you in the door for a little bit. Like that's not going to give you a career in voiceover most of the time, but some people making it work. Brian Hull, who I mentioned earlier, is the current voice for Dracula when Adam Sandler is not available, so that's sick.
And I mean, Alejandro Saab obviously made it work, so
but
he wasn't really an impressionist, but he was more just a Twitch guy, but yeah. Well, I think this was amazing to have you on, and again, I'm wishing many more ABBAs for you, so I'm wishing all the best. This was amazing. This was awesome.
Thank you so much. This is so fun. Thank you for having me.
All right, and also blessing you with better Guilty Gear skills. So,
thank you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play tonight. So.
Oh. Yes. So yeah, I'll be able to. So yeah, I guess I guess you'll play with. Yeah. So we got the YouTube video. I'm not gonna get it out I'm not gonna get this out today, but yeah, I'll be able to announce that this has happened. You got a big ABBA day, so that's great.
Yeah.
Well, Anna, you're a joy to watch on Twitch. From what I've seen on YouTube, you're a joy to you're just an absolute cream buff, and keep on cream buffing.
Cream puff. I love cream puffs.
Yes. All right, and hopefully you continue to also attach yourself to the best pieces of music ever.
Yes, more rock anthems.
I don't want to
Thank
be. I don't
you,
want to fit in this
David.
world. I just want
Yeah.
to. Okay, actually, can we get ABBA saying I don't want to fit in this world. I just want to make it different. Can we hear that as a piece out?
I don't want to fit in this world. I just want to make a difference.
Yeah, honestly, you kind of just want to hear. I mean, people, voice actors have gone out and like, I mean, you got Amelie and like got people singing like songs from their work. But it's like, it would be cool to like get people to like the actors like to freaking sing the songs of their characters.
That'd be crazy.
But yeah. Oh my god. But yeah. All right. This has been David Lees from Philosospiel Video Game Philosophy. Anna Brisbin, check her out on BrizzyVoices and give us some more subs. But more importantly, let's just hope that she breaks in because she is an absolute joy and an extremely talented voice actress. So, any last words?
Give David's video a like!
And subscribe and join the Discord. All right. Peace. Peace.
Right.
I forget to say join the Discord most of the time, so.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.